Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so leaving the homie. Literally, like, you know, I know y'all know I don't really talk about it, but I don't have like that many homies. Like, you know what I mean? Like even the ones that you feel like y'all can really vibe, like, that's what I'm saying, like, it be so far and few. You know, it'd be far in between. It'd be so few of them. I be trying to tell my daughter, I'm like, most of the people that you meet right now, you know, like they friendship ain't really gonna be much to you, you know, unless y'all going down the same direction. And even then, like, some friends, that's what I'm saying, I can't even knock it. There's some people that you meet, they don't want nothing from you. They just want to be a good person because it was people that was good to them. They don't have no harmful bone in their body. They can't even step on an ant and not say sorry. Beautiful day. But I was chopping it up with the homie, and I be finding stuff, and that's what people don't know about me. Like, who's interested in being a gatekeeper? Like, I think that shit is so extra. It's enough information, like, you know what I mean? Unless you're telling it to the masses, and then, like, okay, for instance, look, I'll give you an example. Let's just say like a barber. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to put a barber on, like, yeah, tell your homies about me, when you want to really get your hair cut and you have the time to get your hair cut. So I think it's funny because it's like, you know, you want to tell people about the good place, but the good place not big enough, or if the good place, like, you know what I mean? If you barely started going to that place and you ain't built a rapport, then it's like you can end up like destroying like that little gem, that little secret that you had. You know what I mean? Because it might change. You know, it might get bought out, or prices might go up, or product might go up because it's you know, it's in demand. All that stuff typically happens. You know what I mean? But it's hard for people to adjust with the fluctuation of prices and things like that. But it's like, that's what I'm saying. It's like your barber. It's like your favorite barber. It's like your favorite hairstylist. Like, I remember when I was getting my hair done, and then you tell people who you get your hair done by, and then now everybody blowing up that person to get their hair done. Now you can't even get your hair done. You know what I mean? Unless you're in a stable situation, like I said, you know, you book on time, you book early. But everybody don't, you know what I mean? When people get busy, everybody don't operate the same. You know, things can change. So you know, your favorite loctician might be packed for, and I've actually gone through this. That's another good example. I've gone through that. Like, the loctician that I use where I'm at right now, she's booked. So if I want to go to her, you know, I gotta schedule a month and a half in advance. And that's what I'm saying. It's not even that serious. Like, you know, especially when you see like the quality of work depending on some of these people and what they do. Like, you know, to get it good, you're gonna have to pay good. And you know, there's really no way around that. What's the term? You gonna get what you pay for? You're gonna get what you pay for. So I found this amazing, you know, I found this place that has dog food for literally half the price that I normally buy it. You know, sometimes I'll be spending upwards with tax $80 because it's like $76 without tax for my damn dog food. And that's what I'm saying. I got a couple dogs right now, and I take care of them. If you keep one dog clean and the other two dogs aren't upkept like that one dog is, now you got a problem. Now you got a problem. You got fleas, there's ticks. I was like, then you got mange mites, irritation. You got the grass. You got untreated grass. That you got the parks. Probably got shit all on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to deal with your dog smelling and eating feces from their own kind, meaning dogs, to ducks and geese. Like, why the hell do you think geese and duck poop is interesting? Kids, dogs, not kids. But like, now, you know what I mean? I'm getting to the point where it's like, now I'm like, I just got my kids and my dogs are like my kids. So now to me, like, I just got all kids. trying so hard not to be a Virgo, but I be chilling. Like, if I notice that you really can't do it, and this also goes into parenting. When I know somebody really can't do it, you know what I mean? I'd be okay with doing it myself, but then I'm never gonna want to ask you ever again. Like, I'm never gonna wanna, like, and that's the thing with kids. So now, like, I'm getting to the point, you know what I mean, because they're getting older. So now it's just like, okay, you can make your stuff over here, and what I need, I'll do it myself, and then I'll see if you can do it correctly. So then next time I ask you, I can just, oh, can you do that thing for me? But I want to see it done a couple times now. And this is not for grown women. This is like, you know, I'm talking about my kids. So it's like, you know, you don't want something to mess up, you know, like, or that's I'm like, it's not enough for you to do the scheduling. It's not enough for you to do everything. You have to talk your children through it. You have to talk your kids through it. You have to say, this is what's going on and this is why. And I'm not talking about just one time. Like, these little heathens, like, they be like, I thought my brain was bad, like, and that's just me being funny, but I'm like, no, y'all really don't have no memorization skills. Like, what the hell is going on? So I'm confused, because, like, we're supposed to be doing this whole no kid left behind thing, but it seems like the keys that are supposed to be learning, the, you know, certain things at school, study habits, you know, how to read information, how to gather information out of the book the best way, bullet points, you know, how to take notes. It don't seem like they teaching these kids that anymore. So I'm just like, well, what books are y'all going off of? Where's this information coming from? They just doing slideshows? Like, that's what I'm saying. They that smooth and got a PhD that they don't have to go off of a book anymore. They just doing slideshows. So where are your notes at, Nicole? Where are your school notes at for the whole year? Do y'all remember how many school notes we used to have? Like, my books were filled. I don't see any notebooks. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to judge. I'm not trying to nitpick. But, like, as I don't know if it's a Virgo in me, I'm getting overwhelmed with the fact that, like I know it sound bad, but that's what I'm saying. Like, Nicole, she had her mom, like, to teach her, you know what I mean, or to stay on her neck, you know, young age, you know, ABCs and all that stuff. So then when it comes to about now, it's like, oh, okay, you know, your child can read and stuff like that. I'm not saying I'm the best at it. I'm just saying I put forth the effort. And, like, you know, everybody that's a player can't be a coach, but women, they have to, or their children fail. They have to be a good teacher. And that's what I'm saying. You can make it seem like you don't have to, but now we're looking at how the world used to be. The mothers that were unable to be good teaching, a good teaching foundation for their children, it had nothing to do with the man. The man was doing what the man does. And if he's also adding, you know, to that beautiful equation, then perfect. But usually it's the women that take pride in this stuff. Men take pride in the making sure that the house is good and making sure, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, now we're pouring, not saying that we weren't before. Now we're pouring love into the kids. Now we're pouring love into the house. So it's not that, you know what I mean? Like, the separation of what man and woman roles, like, you know what I mean? It's more fine tuned. Because I remember when men probably felt like it was women's job to give a lot of the emotion to the kids, when it's not the case. It's both for the parents. Men have to have a healthy balance in emotions and understanding for their children, and women and men. You know what I mean? It wasn't just the woman's job when they made it seem like it was just the woman's job. You feel me? So now, that's what I'm saying. So now we getting into this place where it's like, now we see where the real issues are. And that's when, like, I'll probably make another video on when you really want this life thing to work. These are the things that you need to look for. And it's not like they're all, like, edged in stone, you know? But it's like, to have the most successful relationship and for it to be healthy, like, this is how you're gonna have to maneuver. And I know it's a lot of men that's not gonna want to do it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. We got a lot of selfish people in the world, which is not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Like, you can't knock somebody for being selfish. But it's like, that's what I'm just saying. When it comes to women and how they seem like they're raised, and to be like, you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna find a love, you're gonna find this, you're gonna find this, to the amount of niggas that probably don't give a fuck, to the women that are giving out free pussy. It's like, it's tough. It's tough, because hoes always gonna be hoes. And some of them, they ain't never gonna really want love. Then you got dudes, they don't even care. You know what I'm saying? Some of these men is being, you know, the way they're raised, they don't care. So that's what I'm saying. So now they chilling until they 30. Now you 30. Now you got an attitude because he don't even want to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? So he about to go chill with the slightly younger chick that like his energy and how much effort he put forth in his life. That's why they always say men can restart whenever, and unfortunately, you know, they make it seem like women can't. And I don't want to say they make it seem like women can't, but like what, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's 50 and 60-year-old men that want 50 and 60-year-old women. Yes. But then there's a lot that don't. So I can definitely see how that might trigger some, you know, when you get closer to your 30s, 35, 40, and you realize that you're nothing but a punching bag, a sleeping bag. And then you get tired of being used, then you just sad. That was saying, at least the hoes, they be like, hey, I'm being used, so I'm gonna use back. That was like, you get to a point where you just like depressed about life. Now you getting used, you don't want to get used no more. Now everything is just sad. God bless, man.